Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Sellers. The sure hands, it's Harbor. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. It's year 5 now for Shane Beamer at South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming off their best season since 2013. Now the question is, what's a realistic ceiling?
And I think getting to that 10-win mark. Last year they had 9 wins, but the offense took off. And having a dude like Lenora Sellers, Jesse, that's a full-grown man that can do so much for an offense. Excited to see if he can take that next step.
Yeah, I think based on his success last year, that helped out the portal, that helped out high school recruiting. Guys want to play with him. He's that exciting. So I think the quarterback spot, I think that's a huge key to see if the Gamecocks can take that next step.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses like phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. Grab near the sticks. It's Bennett. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Now on first down from the 28. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off-play action. Here comes Siraj, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and you can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it down the left. It's a seam wide open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very...
A shot toward the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Dumps it off in the flats. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. Runs through the tackle. And he must have felt like there were 15 guys on defense, and he dodged a bunch of them in the backfield, but still knocked down for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Takes the easy one to the back. Still running at the 40. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The first snap of this drive comes from the 32. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. A strike downfield.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Creates a little space. It's a running room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires left. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Making side adjustments here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Sellers. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle, Big Smith. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it to the back. Fighting off the defender. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking the handoff. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. looking for a man. It's Sellers. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Using his legs, it's Frazier. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning on the Jets. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looking to scramble. Throwing on the run. Snatches it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And it's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All out of space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the run, it's Frazier. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Stockton. Sends it downfield. How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Get this drive going from the 17. The give to the lone running back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
and sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. If you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility, he now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The play, it's intercepted.
And that time the defense in 3rd and long, 6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the 3rd and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations, all those extra DBs, and they make the big play.
Might be calling a hot route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
got a man. It's Bennett. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Near the sticks, it's Hunt. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
He splits the uprights. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Big time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. You got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll leave it with him. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He breaks a tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw at Stockton. Gets it out quickly. Snowed under by the defense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. To the air, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Branch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
And listen, that can be the trouble sometimes with running these out routes. You just run out of space, and it wasn't by much, but you can't miss inside. Obviously, that would be a big mistake for the QB. Throws it outside, just runs out of space by a little bit.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football maybe, take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Punt is in the air. And the returner will be brought down. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And back to the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big...
Running free. Touchdown, Georgia. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Hunt. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Under fire. Oh, they're after him. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds and doing everything they can to save every second. 23 seconds to go. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Sellers. This time on target. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, but you're going to have time to throw.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Firing toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going...